From 1973 and new from Vinegar Syndrome is Arnold, a movie that I had never heard of before. Again, it's becoming more and more familiar, that phrase, and I find it fascinating that we've now got to a stage where these companies are just digging up movies I've never heard of. And going into Arnold, I didn't really know what to expect. I saw a lot of comments about this one. They weren't exactly favourable, so jumping into this horror comedy of sorts was something that I was really kind of wary about. Jumping into Arnold, I liked the look and the aesthetic of it immediately. It looks like nothing more than glamorised sets, almost TV production like standards, but it created an aesthetic that I kind of liked. As we jump into our story, we see our character Karen as she's about to be married to Arnold, who's just died. She is marrying a corpse, and once the ceremony is done, we go back to this large mansion that looks particularly spooky as we hear the will being read out by Arnold, because Arnold's got a cassette player built into his coffin where he can speak aloud to everyone there, letting them know the deal of his will.
Thank you for attending the ceremony today and sharing with me my happiest hour.
All the money's kind of going to go to Karen as long as she stays with her dutiful husband in his demise. But someone's got other plans for that. Someone starts killing off family members in this household, and it's a kind of mystery film. It feels kind of akin to The Old Dark House. It has that kind of tongue firmly in its cheek, a very pantomime style about it, very playful, very colourful and bright, and offers nothing in the form of real gore or anything like that. The deaths are all kind of either off-screen or minimal. And it's just kind of fun. It's one of those movies that is never going to be anything more than what it is, and what it is something that's entertaining, it's light-hearted, it's fun, it deals with certain aspects of horror tropes, and it's just easy to watch. Like, for 94 minutes sitting down and watching this mystery, I kind of enjoyed a lot of what was going on. The driving heart of it for me was the mystery itself. Now, I thought I had figured this one out and was kind of surprised, happily to be surprised this way, to figure out I was wrong and it was somewhere else. You know, as a film and as a comedy, I don't know that it entirely works. There's a couple of moments that I light-heartedly chuckled almost out of sympathy at the film, but for the most part I didn't really care about the things that didn't work, because I enjoyed the characters, I enjoyed the wacky situation, I enjoyed the tropey horror aspects that it had, the person watching behind pictures.
I'm going to tear this damn place apart.
Well, I'm not spending another minute here.
All right.
The deaths that ramp up, the silly deaths as well, the constant tapes that would arrive after a death, with Arnold's voice almost seeming to know what was going to happen in the future and laying out his plan in advance, was just a terrific mystery. Like I said, I love the look of the place. Even though it is overlit, even though it is very stylised and very much a set, it felt comforting within that environment. The mystery is the driving force of the film, I feel, and I thought it was terrific as well. Although it has all these wonderful characters all the way through it, from the policeman to the kind of caretaker to the sister, brother, it's got all these wonderful characters that I really enjoyed spending time with. It's the mystery that really drove it forward for me. That great, well-constructed mystery was the kind of heart of this piece, and it kind of subdued a lot of the silliness and over the top, because it was such a strong mystery at the heart of this one. I was really surprised by Arnold, because I thought it wasn't going to be that great, and I really enjoyed it. I thought Stella Stevens was terrific. Roddy McDowall does his usual kind of thing, and he's fun as well. The story's kind of silly, over the top, but the mystery's solid. I kind of like that. I would say, yeah, check out Arnold. It's not the usual kind of Vinegar Syndrome fare, but it fits in perfectly with a lot of other kind of movies like this. Maybe even like Frightmare, a little bit fits into kind of things like that. I liked Arnold, surprisingly. I would recommend checking it out. May not be for everyone, but if you like this kind of hokiness, more power to you. I'd love to know your thoughts on Arnold, whether you loved it, hated it, fell somewhere in the middle. Let me know in the comment box below your thoughts on this one. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to the Patreon membership program and manvfilm.com, all ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.